What's up everybody, it's Matt from TDM Style here and welcome back to the channel for another hair product review, and today we're talking about something a little bit different. This is the No Gunk Styling Funk. So this is a hair product and company with admittedly a pretty interesting name. No Gunk is a British brand, and their whole thing with their products is that there are no chemicals and they leave no residue. So in other words, after you're done styling your hair with this, you're supposed to have like no sticky or otherwise nasty feeling left on your hands, and that you can actually like not have to bother washing them. So the Styling Funk is a hair wax that's supposed to actually be able to double as a beard balm as well. It's pretty new, and apparently it actually won Best Male Hair Product at the Pure Beauty Global Awards, which I believe were held in Dubai. And they're saying it is a stronghold with a natural shine. So with all that being said, let's jump right into the review and take a look at the packaging first. So the Styling Funk comes in this 50 gram or 1.75 ounce aluminum tin. They've got the sticker label with the branding and the name of the product on the top, and another sticker on the bottom with the ingredients as well as the directions. So I'm not super wild about the packaging, to be honest. I mean, the aluminum tin is fine, but I'm not crazy about this green and black swirliness. I like the ram with the bow tie. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of the color scheme, I guess. Getting next into scent. Now you can get this in their original scent or you can go unscented. So I like scents in my hair products, so this is their original. And I don't really know how to describe this, but it smells really fucking good. It's pretty light. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit like warm, kind of like it has some kind of a spice to it. It's really, really hard to describe, but trust me, it smells really fucking good. It does stay around a bit, so if you have a decent amount of it in your hair, you might catch a whiff of it here and there throughout the day, but for me, that's not a bad thing at all. Taking a look next at the ingredients, we can actually read the entire list because it's one of those short ones. Now, the three main ones that they have mentioned on the top of the bottom of the jar here, top of the bottom, that just sounds odd, but whatever. The three main ones that they have are beeswax, shea butter, and argan oil. So if we look at the actual ingredients list, of course, these are spelled out with the super long sciencey names. So, but we've got shea butter in the first spot, followed by Sarah Alba, that's your beeswax. Then we've got what looks like sesame seed oil, coconut oil perhaps. There's a lot of oils. Then we've got the argan oil in there, glycerin, parfum, and tocopherol. And that's it. That's the whole list. So true to their word, there's no weird chemicals in there. There are no parabens or anything. So I do like that about it as well. Now, as far as price, this comes in at £9.99 for those of you over in Britain, or for those of us here in the US, that's about $12.90. And then for international shipping on top of that, you're looking at about $3.20-ish, or if you're ordering more than, $19.37. So basically, if you're ordering more than $20 worth of stuff, you get free shipping. Getting a look inside the jar, you can see what basically looks like a hair wax here, that kind of off-whitish color. It looks a bit waxy, it looks a bit creamy, and it scoops out like basically nothing. It's super soft and creamy, and as you break it down in the hands, it goes clear and has like a pretty wild shine to it. It basically, I mean, it looks like you're just putting shea butter in your hands. Alright, so with all that being said, we've got a pretty good understanding of what this product is. So now let's get into the demo footage and see how it actually works. So for today's video, I have 3 demos because this stuff honestly doesn't behave at all like a typical hair wax. So it did take me quite a bit of experimenting to figure out exactly how it worked, how much I needed to apply, and so I tried it in all different situations. So for this first demo, this is how I styled it into my hair today. This is me starting out with clean, dry hair. The only thing that I put in it before blow drying was some 25 spray. That's the pre-styler that I always use, and basically all that does is detangle and smooth out the hair. So here I am going in with a little bit of the Styling Funk, and it applies like actual butter. There is zero, and I mean fucking zero, tug or pull whatsoever. It literally feels like you're applying lotion to your hair. So, while that is a very nice feeling for somebody like me who has dry and coarse hair, when I'm used to products being tuggy and pulley and stuff, it really doesn't come across as something that's going to have a strong hold. So into dry hair, I recommend only using a tiny bit like I have here, because at least for me, even with my drier hair type, if I apply any more than like a dime-sized amount to dry hair, it just feels too greasy. It's very lightweight, but it's just the shine level just feels too greasy and my hair gets too like strandy looking. But so I've just applied a little bit here and you can see the texture looks pretty good. It does have a natural looking shine finish. But what I can say with the dry hair tests, it's not a strong hold for me at all. I mean, my hair looks nice. It feels very, very lightweight. The texture's pretty good. But I mean, it's not, it's not a strong hold when you apply it to dry hair, I've found. So in the second demo, we're going to do it the way that they recommend and how the directions on the actual jar tell you how to do it. So that means we're starting with clean, damp hair, and we're going in with the styling funk here. And what they actually tell you to do is just to apply a little bit into damp hair, style it up how you want, and that's it. Just leave it alone. So one thing that I found very, very interesting is that when you're applying this to damp hair, you can actually feel some tackiness and some grip. Much more so than into dry hair, which I found is odd because typically that's the other way around. I mean, usually hair waxes and things apply much more easily and smoothly into damp hair than dry hair, but this is just the opposite. Now, that's not to say that it's tuggy or pulley, because it's not. It's still a very, very smooth, very slick, easy application, but you can definitely feel the waxiness of it, and you feel a little bit of grip, and it does feel like it's gonna have a lot more hold than it does when you apply it to dry hair. Now, I have found that when you apply it to damp hair and leave it alone, as they recommend, that is definitely when the product has the highest amount of hold that it's going to have. So for our damp hair demo, this is the one that I did the full day endurance test with. So here we have a look at my hair after 4 hours of having the product in, and you can see it is holding the shape pretty well. I mean, the hair still feels very, very soft and slick, so it is very easy to restyle, run a comb through it, do whatever you need to do. But, you know, what I found for me is it still doesn't feel like a strong hold. The hair definitely stays in place better than it does when you put this into dry hair. But for me, I would say maybe it's a medium hold maximum. And, you know, I don't know if that's because I have like a thick, coarse hair type, you know, that this stuff doesn't have enough control for someone with hair like mine. Because then, as you can see here at the 8-hour mark, things are basically starting to fall apart a little bit. And for me, I feel like at this point, my hair just feels a bit greasy. And it's weird. It's kind of hard to describe because it doesn't feel like really badly greasy like some other heavier products. But it feels like so soft and so moisturized that it's like too much. And I mean, as far as the hold goes at the end of the day, you can see that I'm like, I have a little bit of weird flyaway things, and that's just what my hair does when I apply product into damp hair and then don't do anything else. That's why I always prefer to blow dry my hair first, then apply my finishing product, because when my hair is damp, it just stays curly, and as it dries, it doesn't dry nice. If I want my hair to look nice, I need to blow dry it. So with that in mind, the third demo is my personal favorite way to use this product, and that is as a pre-styler. So here, I'm putting a little bit into damp hair, and then I'm gonna blow dry that into my style. And when you use this stuff as a pre-styler, I found it's like pretty magical. It basically keeps the shine at bay, at that natural shine. I mean, I only used a very small amount here, so the shine does not get over the top, it doesn't get greasy, and the lightweight feeling of it is perfect for a pre-styler, because then you can blow dry in all this volume, and it doesn't weigh it down at all. You know, it doesn't have much in the way of hold, so I would recommend if you're using this as a pre-styler. I'm finishing here with Fuertes clay. I definitely would recommend finishing with something with a stronger hold if you want to keep it in place. But what I love about this as a pre-styler is that it just makes my hair feel so soft and so just healthy and has a nice shine to it, and it just feels just really moisturized. It just feels really fucking good. Alright, so overall thoughts on the No Gunk Styling Funk. It's definitely an interesting and unique product. Is it my favorite hair wax by any means? No. I don't think it's a stronghold at all. I think if you pre-style or apply it to dry hair, it's like a light to maybe medium, and for me, into damp hair as they recommend, I would say it's a medium hold maximum. Now, as far as their whole thing with the no chemicals, no residue, I like that. It definitely doesn't leave your hands feeling sticky or anything afterward. They just basically feel like you've slathered a bunch of lotion on them. So for me, I do still wash my hands after styling with it just because they otherwise feel oily almost. But I did actually, in the damp hair test, since I had a bunch left over on my hands, I did try using the leftover as a beard balm, since they said it doubles as both, and it did work okay. I mean, since it's not sticky, it basically just makes your beard feel moisturized. So yeah, I mean, for me, this is basically a pre-styler, but I like it as a pre-styler. As I mentioned, it makes my hair feel just fucking great, like super soft and lightweight, and then it just basically makes it so much easier if I'm going to then apply a very sticky or heavy holding product. This just makes that finishing product glide in much more easily. So, you know, I definitely do think there are some pro points to like here, and I would say I definitely want to try. They just came out with a matte lava clay, which sounds really cool, so I definitely would like to try that out, because you know how I feel about clays. But it is definitely an interesting product. I'd say it's worth a try, and I think it's one of those things that, like, if you're looking for a way to make your hair feel very moisturized and healthy, try it out. So that does it for this review, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. I hope that you found it helpful. As I always say, I have a lot more shit coming down the pipeline. I've got some trendy Butler unboxings. I have a ton of new products. I've got Patrick's M2, I've got Label M matte paste, I've got a bunch of stuff from Apothecary 87, including their clay, which I'm super fucking stoked to try out. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all those upcoming videos. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching, and we'll see you at the next one.